After finishing the skin tone IAT at the Project Implicit site, it gave a score that said I was a moderate, had moderate tendencies towards lighter skinned people. And I was really pretty shocked by that. I really felt like I did have trouble on the second part where they swapped the words and the people to the right, you know, from the left to the right, and that kind of, so I did have a couple of errors there, so I assume that that played a part in my getting my result. I really was pretty surprised that I indicated, at least by this test, that I had a more tendency over lighter skinned, rather dark versus darker skin, and I suppose in that somehow shows something inside that I don't even really register for myself. I know we're supposed to talk a little bit about how those associations differ, our implicit associations, and how they differ from our explicit comments about our own prejudices. And if we think about what implicit means, so implicit is implied, not plainly expressed, and explicit is stated clearly, plainly stated. So my implicit, I feel like mine should be the same. Quite honestly, I really don't feel that I have a prejudice, although I'm, you know, becoming through this class and things that that we are doing at our hospital regarding diversity, becoming more aware of comments, concerns. And so when someone says, I saw this patient, he's a black male, or he's an Asian, or he, you know, they tend to use descriptors, and I think, why, in my mind I'm like, well, why was that necessary? It doesn't matter if he, you know, he or she is black, white, green, red, yellow, you know, it's still a patient who's this age, has this condition, and we just need to treat them the same no matter what. So I am becoming quite a more aware of descriptors being used in everyday discussions and things, even outside of work. But I'm more aware of it, but I feel like I don't have a tendency towards one or the other, trying to be intentional not to have any prejudice, I guess. And so, like I said, my score showed that I had a 27% moderate tendency or preference for lighter skin, and I was really kind of, like I said, surprised by that. So kind of curious how others are doing with this, what their thoughts are. Like I said, I was a little surprised, and it's going to be interesting as this class goes along, you know, how we view ourselves and what our thoughts are about especially all the current things going on in our society. So looking forward to hearing some comments. Thanks.